Hey folks, yes, it's time for the round 22 recap, but just before we get into that, let's talk about a few players who announced their retirement during the week. Let's start off with the Suns. Jack Homsch and Jordan Murdoch have decided to hang up the boots. Jared Harbrow has been flown in to play in round 23, so one last hurrah for him. That'll mean 262 games and out after this weekend. Moving off to the Blues, legend Eddie Betts will play his 350th game on the weekend up against the Giants and hang up the boots. I did a video about Eddie Betts, his career, and what I loved about Eddie. It's on my Instagram and Facebook, so you can check that out. Big Levi Casbolt, after 153 games with the Blues, has called time. Then moving off to the Tigers, three-time premiership defender David Asprey, after 154 games at Tigerland. That's it for him. Cale Hooker's called time as well, 219 games with the Bombers. And Sean McKernan has decided to hang up the boots. 13 seasons across 3 clubs. So he started off with the Crows, moved off to the Bombers, and finished up his career at the Saints. To all these players, you're all legends of our game, and thank you so much for a heap of great memories throughout your career. They've all been fantastic. All the best to all these players in the future. Now, folks, let's get into round 22. It started on Friday night when the Giants took on the Tigers. The Giants winning 106-67. The Giants in the top 8 still. They're looking really good there. In that 7th spot. On Saturday, we had the Hawks up against the Dogs. Huge upset by the Hawks up in Tassie, 64-37. They beat the Dogs, and Clarko's last one with the Hawks up in Tassie is a good one. They get the win. Then we had the Cats up against the Saints at the Cattery. It was a close game for most of the match because the Saints actually led by 31 points early. Cats fought back and win 85-71. Then we had Port Adelaide up against the Blues. Mark Murphy's last game, it was his 300th, and the Blues get pumped. It's as simple as that, 140-45. It's sad to see Mark Murphy leave on that note, but still, what a fantastic career. Loyal till the end, like I said in my last recap. Lions and Pies was the next on the schedule, and the Lions win 142-57. Charlie Cameron, gee, that motorbike was revving. 6 goals, 9 score involvements. He played a huge part in that win. Then we had the Roos up against the Swans. The Roos lose 77-91. Unfortunately, the Roos have officially claimed the wooden spoon, so at least we win something this year. The Roos gave the Swans a scare in that game. They gave them a challenge, but then the Swans just fought back nearing the end and they held on for the win. On Sunday, we had the Demons up against the Crows. Great win by the D's, 104-63. The D's are sitting on top of the ladder. Let's talk about the Fritsch magnet, Bailey Fritsch, 7 goals. That's a career high for him. A brilliant performance there by Bailey. We had the Suns up against the Bombers. The Suns losing 30-98. Great win by the Bombers. They are in 8th spot and they're holding on for a final spot pretty much. Then we had the West Derby. Gee, Optus Stadium, it was electric. The Dockers up against the Eagles. The Dockers break the 5.5-year drought and they finally beat the Eagles 79-64. The drought's over and the Dockers win the derby. Folks, what a round, and let's get into Isaac's GMP of the round. My goal of the round goes to Caleb Sarong, who was Sir Right on the field in that West Derby. Now, he got pushed by Dom Sheed in the back and he fell quickly back up to his feet, went for the check side banana, and somehow he got it in. Remarkable goal from Caleb Sarong. Optus Stadium was electric, as I mentioned earlier. Those fans in purple, they were just they were shocked. And I was shocked watching the game, just seeing that goal go in. Just a tight angle when he made it look oh so easy. My mark of the round goes to Tom Barrass. Huge launch off Matt Taberner. Great lift and great grab from Tom Barrass there in the derby. My player of the round. Now, yes, there were a few ripper performances this weekend, but my player of the round goes to the package, Jake Stringer. 5 goals, 1 behind. He beat the Gold Coast Suns by himself, single-handedly. If he played the Gold Coast Suns, it would have been 31-30. Just a little fun fact there. 19 disposals, 4 marks, 1 contested, 1 tackle, 4 clearances, 5 inside 50s, and 511 metres gained. The package, well, he had it all, and he certainly delivered. Great win by the Bombers there, and great performance by Jakey Stringer. Folks, we've got an injury update, and it's up next. Alright, getting into the injuries now, let's start off with the Giants. They had Matt Buntine out going into their clash up against the Tigers. He had a quad complaint. He will undergo a fitness test. Speaking of the Tigers, they had David Asprey out with a quad complaint as well. He'll undergo a fitness test, and he is really keen to get the all clear to play in his final game. Trent Cotchin has a strained PCL, so for the skipper, that means season over for him. And it's confirmed that Shane Edwards, it's season over as well with an ankle injury. Big Toby Nankervis, geez, bruised and battered. Fractured finger, he's also got a foot injury and a knee complaint. That is definitely season over for Big Nank. Wishing him a speedy recovery. Rest up, mate. Hawks, they had Dylan Moore out and Jaeger O'Meara with a knee complaint, just a bit of soreness. They'll undergo a fitness test. James Warple will also go do a fitness test during the week with a foot complaint. For the Cats, Tom Stewart was out of their game up against the Saints with a foot injury. Now, he's had successful surgery. They've said his period on the sidelines is indefinite. It is season over for him, but the club are hopeful that he can make a late push for finals. So, still a slim chance for Tom Stewart to play maybe late in the finals. For the Saints, Leo Connolly was out with concussion. He'll undergo a test. So will Hunter Clark with the same protocols with concussion, etc. Dara Joyce has also got concussion. He'll unfortunately miss a week. And if the Saints don't make finals, which it's not looking like they will, that means it's season over for Dara. Max King re-aggravated his adductor and groin injury. He'll undergo a test, but it's unlikely that he'll play in round 23. For Port Adelaide, they had Trent McKenzie out with a hamstring injury. He'll undergo a fitness test. Scott Lysette jarred his knee during that game up against the Blues, but he will be available for selection. For the Blues, they had a late withdrawal, which was Patrick Cribbs. He had a quad complaint. He'll undergo a fitness test. They also had Jack Silvani out with a hip injury and Jack Martin out with a hamstring injury. For both of those Blues, it's season over. For the Pies, they had Isaac Quaynor out with glandular fever. That's season over for him. Mason Cox re-aggravated his larynx injury after he copped a hit from Big Magic Door in a VFL game. So for Mason, he'll miss 1 to 2 weeks of footy. So hopefully he's ready to go for season 2022. For Trey Rusco, it's unlikely that he'll play in round 23 with ankle swelling. And Finlay McRae will undergo a fitness test with an ankle injury as well. For the Roos, Jack Marnie was out of their game up against the Swans with a shoulder injury. He wanted to go a fitness test. For the Swans, Nick Blakey, unfortunately it's season over. He's got a crack to his right fibula, so a leg injury in simple terms. That's sad news. Obviously the Swans will play finals. That's really sad news there for Nick. Josh Kennedy has a hamstring injury. His period on the sidelines is to be confirmed. Moving off to the Ds. Now, they had Stephen May out with soreness. He should be all good. Jaden Hunt, with that ankle injury picked up a week or two ago, he's set to miss 3 to 4 weeks of footy. For the Crows, they had Will Hamill and Brodie Smith out with concussion. They'll undergo a fitness test for that. Riley O'Brien, he's got a knee complaint, so that's season over for him. Elliot Himmelberg's also, his season is over as well with a hamstring injury. For the Suns, Jack Bowes had a hamstring injury. He'll undergo a fitness test, and also Sean Lemons has a corked leg. Hopefully he is okay. For the Dockers, Connor Blakely had a hamstring complaint. His period on sidelines is to be confirmed. And to finish off the list, we'll go off to the Eagles. Tim Kelly season over with a knee injury. Josh Kennedy has a finger injury. He'll undergo a fitness test, and if he does play in round 23, he will need to wear a finger hold, so just like a brace there. For Jamie Cripps, he copped an accidental elbow from David Mundy, and he's lost a couple teeth. So hopefully Jamie is okay. His period on sidelines is to be confirmed. Just bang, like that. So yeah, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully all these players have a speedy recovery. Gee, folks, a bit of news during the week. The pre-finals bye has been scrapped officially. It's not happening, so we'll go straight into finals after round 23. Speaking of round 23, it starts on Friday night, the 20th of August at 7:50pm at Marvel Stadium, where the Dogs take on Port Adelaide. It's going to be a huge round of football. Clarko's last game with the Hawks on Saturday. There's a few players playing their last game, as I mentioned earlier, that they're retiring, or they announced their retirement, that is. Other news is there are still a few teams fighting for a top 8 spot now. Yes, the Giants and Bombers are in the 7th and 8th position. They are holding on by the skin of their teeth, because hot on their tails is the Eagles and the Fremantle Dockers. The Tigers and Saints also are a very slim chance, but they will need a miracle. This season, well, it's gone past, really quickly. It's gone past like that. I can't believe finals is right around the corner. It's going to be a huge round of footy. This is why you got to love footy. Right, guys, if you like that recap and you want to see more of my content, remember to hit that thumbs up, like, comment, and hit that red button down there that says subscribe. Much appreciated. For more content, follow me on my Facebook page and also my Instagram page.